Hi. Well, last time we left poor Jacob, he was hobbling and limping on his hip trying to get back to his family. And I had forgotten to tell you that, maybe you remembered that his brother Esau was still on his way to meet him, and Jacob didn't know what to expect at all. But he had a man, one of his helpers, send on a bunch of cattle and animals and things to try to appease his brother and say, "Here, this is a gift from me to you. Please take them. I'm sorry." And but Esau kept coming in, and he came in with all of the cattle that they had driven out to give him. And when when Jacob and Esau met, they called him Joseph before, Jacob and Esau met. And it was a shocking reunion. They ran to each other and they held onto each other's neck and hugged one another and said they were both so sorry for their actions. They hadn't seen each other in over 20 years. And it was a wonderful reunion for the both of them, except Jacob's hip still was hurting like crazy, but they had a wonderful reunion. And so after that wonderful reunion, Esau went back to his home country again, and Jacob continued on, but sadly, on the way back to the ranch where he was raised, sadly, his beloved wife, Rachel, died, and she left him with a little tiny newborn baby called Benjamin. So now we find Jacob has 12 sons, 12 boys, and one girl named Dinah, and that's his family. Dinah, is there anyone finer? Oh, never mind. Anyway, so they continued on and they got to the home ranch, and believe it or not, Isaac was still alive and blind, but his wife Rebecca had died, and nobody really knows what happened to Rebecca, except that they surmise she was probably born or buried. I said, "Oh, come on, Deb, get straightened out here today." Probably buried in the cave of Machpelah, where Abraham bought that land, and his wife was buried there, Sarah, and then he was buried there. And so they assume that probably Isaac's wife, Rachel, was buried in there also. Not Rachel, what was her name? Isaac and, anyway, she was buried there. At Rebecca. And so these names are getting to be such big families and everything. Anyway, back to the story. Jacob and his family, and he had to bury his beloved wife Rachel. He got a new little baby now, but he and the 12 boys and his daughter all go back. And Isaac is still alive. He's 180 years old, and he's blind. And so Esau said he would come and help and take care of the dad, and then the dad died, and so Esau and Jacob buried their father, and everything was good between the two boys from that point on. And then so Esau went back home again. But it was a wonderful reunion when they got together and they got to see their dad before he died. I'll leave it off there. I'm sorry that there's so many names in there. I'm trying to keep them straight without having to look at them and look them up. Okay, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.